Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Last time, we did a lot of side quests, and this time, I think we can finally, maybe, make a deal with these guys? I could try for 300, or I could try and kill them. But I don't- oh gosh. Mistakes were made. Kurt Birkinson. Alright, add flute to this. I just realized that. Okay. Trying to deliver an inspiring speech. He's gonna hit. You're gonna hit Turk Bergenson. And you're gonna hit everyone. I'll shoot you because you're AoE. Dealing 5 hot damage. On this guy, so he's taking damage, I think. No, Turk Birkinson. No, Obi! Mistakes were made. Shoot this guy. He's dead, although I'm dead. Great. Okay, yeah, I think, yeah, I'll just play 300. Here's your membership. Thanks, and welcome to the club. Yeah, welcome. Thanks, I guess? Here's your membership ring. He hands you a ring. The whole group of mobsters wander up, divvying up your meat as they go. You got an item. Fop Boom GG. Huh, the organization is actually real? Fop. Oh, man. Ooh, that's actually not bad. Excuse me. That's not bad for grinding, if I ever need to for whatever reason. Refrigerator truck, but not the kind you're thinking of. If this too counts as a fleet, they have a whole fleet of these things. A pool of chemicals, fish. Yes. Miscellaneous chemicals, cool. That's probably useful. Disposable ratchet. Ooh. Interesting. 11 in 1 oil. According to the finest print on it, the can, 11 of the world's religions are actually part of a larger secret religion, understood only by the old man who owns the company that makes the oil. Cool chemicals. There's a pretty flower growing out of this patch of frosty industrial waste. It's probably a metaphor for something you don't understand. Chemicals. Industrial junk. Refrigeration coil. A mana charged refrigeration coil. If you can't figure out anything useful for it, you could always just sell it. If this factory is leaving you cold, you could always leave. Nope. Opening the store would make a lot of noise and draw a lot of attention. You don't know how to open it. Great. Fridges are brand new and empty, and thus quite boring. Ooh, workbench. Flesh spackle. Ooh. Fancy combat items. Abrasive disc. Yes. Ooh, cool. Combat item. Perhaps in the future, sanding the armor off a guy will be done by machines. For now, though, it takes some good old-fashioned elbow grease. I just realized what that means. The idea that you could... It kind of implies that you could take the armor off... That you remove the armor by sanding it off of yourself. Alright. The control booth is locked from the inside. Somebody's gonna be in big trouble. Looks like something's going down over there. Hide and watch. It's all there for 40 cases. It's all there. Look, you got the meat. What? Mr. Poindexter, what are you doing here? Surprise inspection. Curious. What the heck? No time to check this out. You should see what's going on over yonder. But if I go, I could drop a fridge on them. There seems to be a bit of a standoff between the mob guys and the other ones. Cautiously approach. Scary top hat nerd stares at you with barely any expression on his face, apart from a faint sneer. It appears we have an interloper. And you are? None of your business. What's wrong with your hat? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. It's all spooky and, like, beautiful. I have no time for this nonsense, Mr. Gluck. Curious. Regardless, please dispatch this interloper, Mr. Gluck. Uh-oh. The top hat guy gives a taunt nod, then leaves the same way he came in a horrible, weird spiral of negative space. The weird shadow monster that was once a person turns to face you. Hello! Hello. Shadows begin to gather around here. Abstract, menacing shapes. Back away and look for another solution. Green one. Nope. Red one. Red one. Green one. Green one. Green one. Green one. Green one. Red one. You're pretty sure the red button opens the jaws of the crane. And that Gluck guy, that thing, well, he's right underneath it. You definitely want to press it. Oh. Yep. No way I'm taking the heat for this. Let's skedaddle. There's very little left of this poor fellow. Pick through the remains. He's got a pocket watch clutched in one hand and some business matters clutched in the other. Neither of those hands are attached to an arm anymore. Dangerous pocket watch. The ticking of this pocket watch sounds hollow and ominous. You don't like it. It's just wrong once per fight. Great! Bank pouch. Oh wait, the pocket watch is what we're looking for, wasn't it? Bank pouch full of meat. Any cash payment that's too small for a briefcase must be contained in a leather zipper pouch. It's the law. A legal a deed to the speakeasy. Ooh. Take a quick look at the deed. This must have been Oliver Gluck, the owner of the speakeasy. Booze looks dangerous and also appears to be tainted with some kind of sinister magical energy. Haha, this fridge is plugged in. A little note it says, experimental, not for lunches. Open it. The fridge has been fitted with an experimental automatic ice cube maker. Unfortunately, it's made in one single gigantic ice cube that fills the entire fridge. I guess if you ever need a block of ice as big as you, here's where you could get it. There's very little left of this poor fellow. Fish! Fishing in this man's remains would be poor taste. No. Let me fish in his corpse. You don't know... Oh, you have to leave the building to open your map, by the way. You can just click the napkin up there, hit M to head back to Plunkett Street. Okay. Yeah, I think we go back to Plunkett Street at this point. Ooh. As you're walking down one of Ocean City's residential streets on the way to where you're going, you hear eerie music coming from the upstairs window of a nearby house. Oh my gosh! Wait a minute, Zimmer. Are we investigating Hans Zimmer? This seems to be a pretty normal house in a pretty nice neighborhood, but there's something odd about it. Some sort of uncomfortable energy that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Maybe something to do with a weird droning tone you hear coming from inside, like a pained, inhuman moan constantly ranging in pitch. Maybe that's it, yeah. Would you like to stop facing the music? It's good old Obi. He gives you a smooth nod. How are you holding up? So why an oboe? Why not, I don't know, a saxophone? The sax is the right instrument. There's just something special about the tone. The sax is a righteous instrument, rather. And there's just something special about the tone and trill of an oboe. It's like a ray of sunshine coming down from heaven. Wow. Oh, so it breaks down to a case the size of a library book. You ever try to carry a saxophone in a bindle? Interesting. You knock but hear no response, so you nose your way inside. That eerie sound is louder here. It seems to be coming from upstairs. Also, the owner's interior design and sensibilities are a little strange. Huh. There's a bunch of books about music theory. Hey, there's one about jazz. Check it out. Yeah! A perk, intermediate jazz theory. +1 to ranged weapon attacks. Awesome! You learn that while jazz is often about the notes you don't play, it's also important to play some notes. A dusty disgust chest set. No, a dusty disused chest set. It's a day stand. That's concerning. Tea time was long ago. There's nothing left here but stains. The plate rack is a statement piece, and the statement is, I have too many plates. A shelf full of trophies from music competitions. The cabinet is full of backup plates. The cabinet full of sheet music. Examine one of the pieces. You pull out a sheet, but it's all in German. Das Cat kein Deutsch. If I were to guess, that says, and you can't speak German. The door is locked. Staircase is leading up to where the sound is coming from. Climb it. Oh. A tired-looking man is playing a cello here. Talk to him. Who are you? Why are you in my house? Sorry for intruding, but I heard the music, and I guess I have an intrusive nature. My name is Skylar Hellhunt Heavenson. Well, I'm Ernest Zimmer. Forgive me for not stopping, but it's vital I continue playing. What are you doing? There's a darkness beneath my house. Did you check the fuse box? No, Listen to me, I had a dream. A premonition of a dark rift appearing in my basement and growing until it swallowed the entire house, and then the neighborhood, and then the world. Sounds wonderful. It was not just a dream. I went downstairs to check the basement. There is indeed a rift. As of now, it's still small. I must keep playing this cello to prevent it from growing any larger. Do you mind if I take a look at this rift? Very well, I cannot blame you for wanting to see it with your own eyes. You will have to reach into my pocket to take the key to the basement for yourself, as I require both hands to play. Oh, well, okay. Please do not get too close to the rift. We got the key. Go through the basement door. Everything on this shelf is either evaporated or expired. Boxes of moldy sheet music. This must be where Zimmer keeps all his rubble. Huh, there's some kind of black rift or portal or something on the floor over there. Maybe you shouldn't get too close to it. Get too close to it. Well, if it's your funeral, if there's any of you left to have a funeral with. On closer inspection, it seems like it's less of a rift and more of a pool of some thick black tar-like substance. Where did it come from? Investigate. The only thing nearby is a shelf of old basement junk. Check the bottom shelf. Nothing on this shelf except a few dusty old jam jars. Second shelf. Only dust. Write your name in the dust. Congratulations on expressing your creativity in a way no one will ever know. Except for you. You'll know. Third shelf. Shelf has a box labeled things. It's full of little screws, rubber bands, stuff like that. Looks like when Zimmer's kitchen junk drawer gets too full, he just dumps it in here. Since you're already looking, you sift through it for a second and find a fuse that still looks good. Zimmer probably won't mind, or even know if you pocket it. Oh, cool. Top shelf. The top shelf has a few old tins of varnish and a big bucket of tar. As you watch, a drip of tar slowly leaks out of a hole into the bottom, the bottom of the bucket and flops into the puddle below. There you go, mystery solved. It's just a puddle of old tar. Try to fish. If we get an eldritch horror out of this. You got a glob of tar. The tar puddle is too empty to fish in right now. This is a glob of tar you fished out of a larger glob of tar. Cool, it's a potion. Earn. Zimmer, it's just tar. Still at it? Yes. I figured it out. Oh, how does playing the cello help? I hit the wrong button. Okay. The bass vibration reverberates downward, and bass vibration reverberates downwards, and it's focused by the circle of the furniture downstairs. This resonance inhibits the riff. I don't really get it, but okay. Are you physicist something? No, I'm only a cellist. I cannot explain how I knew this would work. Okay. I figured it out. Figured out what? What do you mean? The black rift in your basement isn't a rift at all. It's just a puddle created by a leaking bucket of tar. Tar? Oh my goodness, this is mortifying. I've been such a fool. Don't be so hard on yourself. It was a pretty spooky coincidence after all. Well, at least I can stop playing this cello. I'm exhausted. Yeah, go ahead and rest. Don't worry, everything's fine. Hi, Ernst. Hello. Uh-oh, maybe convincing Zimmer to stop playing his cello wasn't such a good idea after all. Oops. Oh, no! Every one of these moldering books is titled Blood. This day I stand has become a nightstand! It appears that two ghosts are playing a very spirited game of chess. Chair is frighteningly not. Oh. Great. This viscous black sludge bubbles to the top. Fish. This isn't tea. You got Eldritch Mist. The world's full. The world is full of vapors. Most of them are benign, but some of them are terrifying. This is the terrifying kind. Take some. Bubbling black sludge. It's a potion. Great. Oh no, the plates! At least the plates have the courtesy to disappear entirely instead of leaving a pile of shards lying around. This chair is barely there. Moths have eaten all the contents in most of the container. Shelf full of trophies for murder competitions. Oh no. Chair is whispering. Listen to it. Sit in me. Do it. You sit in the chair a few minutes, nothing bad happens. Apparently it was all bark and no bite, just as well. Chair isn't speaking to you ever again. It's a cabinet full of sheet music. You pull out a sheet. It's a piece entitled "All Our Bay" and no spiel makes art. Dull boy. The store's seen better jams. Go downstairs. Oh jeez, that sure is a dark rifted space over there, just like Zimmer was afraid of. Looks like the tar was just a coincidence, unless it was magical shadow tar or something. It probably wasn't magical shadow tar. Well, nuts. It's a big hole in here. Step through. Oh, really? Yes. You find yourself in an infinite black void, or well, it looks like an infinite black void, but you have the uneasy feeling that your brain is only showing you an infinite black void because it doesn't want you to try and process what this place actually looks like. It's a weird feeling. Look around. A thrumming spike of nega energy. Dampen it. I'm not gonna say that word too many times. Oh. Let me quiet all of them to start with. The creature is built more or less like a large muscular person. If you built a large muscular person out of some kind of writhing black ooze and or smoke and or just plain raw darkness. It has a fist-sized glowing crystal embedded in its chest, about where its sternum would be. And as you draw near, you could feel radiating invisible waves of energy, kind of like heat coming off of a radiator. Except the opposite of that. And also not as I'll relate to that. Look, incomprehensible forces are tricky to describe, bro, right? The creature shambles back and forth, waving its arms in a way that almost looks like it's dancing or praying or maybe just absent-mindedly flailing. It seems oblivious to your presence, although that would probably change quickly if you tried to interfere with it. Like, say, if you tried to pry open the glowing crystal out of its chest, size it up. Extremely weak, almost docile, pry out the crystal. You make a quick grab for the crystal, but it's firmly lodged in the creature's chest. The creature howls and its long, spindly arms flail ineffectively at you. As you barely cognizant of your actions, plunge your hands into murky flesh, fingers questing through lukewarm tar until they find ribs. Gritting your teeth, forcing open the cage, creaking, cracking, snapping like dry branches. You grab your prize and tear it free of the muck. The creature evaporates in a sigh of smoke. The crystal is both warm and cold in your hand and has a slight buzzing vibration to it. Take it with you. Yes, something tells you that this crystal is very important, as well as being really shiny and pretty. Ooh. Rift crystal. It occurs to you that we're taking the weird crystal out of here is on the other hand, it's yours now. Enter the rift. Things got worse? No? Hi, Ernst. Check out this neat crystal I found. What's that? Where did you get it? It was inside the rift. Makes me comfortable to look at. Can I have it? No, it's mine. You found it in my house. It was in another dimension. Another dimension aside my house. Bad news. What do you mean? Remember how I said everything was fine? I do remember that, yes, sir. You're telling me you were incorrect. Let's just say that your house is incredibly haunted now. I should never not have trusted you. We were both fools. Did the rift open? Yeah. What are we gonna do? Don't worry, I'll think of something. It's probably, like, I could destroy it. But I have a distinct feeling like... This is a puzzle. I know a puzzle when I see one. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't look at my inventory. If only I knew anything about music. Okay, so I can't, like, have him play again. Alright, as you start to leave the house, something tells you that it would be bad to take the weird crystal out of here. That something is definitely not the crystal, because it's a really great crystal and you're deriving satisfaction for owning it. I think we smash the crystal at this point. You pull a hammer out of your inventory. If you don't actually have a hammer, whatever object would be the most hammer. Jason, give the crystal a good swell whack. It makes it sound like a baby in bursts. Baby being torn in half and bursts into glittering shards that quickly vaporize. The furniture settles down in the house. Extremely haunted atmosphere dissipates. Woo. Except, doesn't fully. Hi, Ernst. I fixed it. I closed the rift. Ooh. You did, that's wonderful. I owe you my life and probably also my house's life. Here, take this shell. I have no further need of it, and to be quite frank with you, the thought of playing it ever again only pains me. Oh, cool. It's not great for me, in all honesty. It's a melee weapon, which isn't really my thing, but cool. Let's go back to, that was an interesting side quest. As a young man wearing a flour-dusted apron swaggers up to you with a loaf of French bread on his shoulder and an arrogant stare on his face. Hey lady, this is doll boy territory. If you want to walk down the street, you gotta pay the toll. 5 meat. I don't have 5 meat. Too bad for you then, chump. Guess I'll have to take it out of your hide. Yeah, we're not gonna take this. I'm gonna throw a rock at your child. And then I'm gonna add flute to the soundtrack. And then I'm gonna shoot the boy. Turt Berkingson, no! My buddy! Yeah, you do the hot damage. Throw a rock. Awesome. Looks like that guy is toast. Fresh as a base roll, which is food. Turt Berkingson got stronger! Yay! Also, how am I doing on XP? I have 47 XP. I kind of want... Yeah, I should save up for 50 so I can increase my Moxie a bit. Probably go to the speakeasy. Speakeasy friend. It's Fancy Dan. Talk to him. Hey, it's you again. You find Oliver? Sort of? I don't like the sound of that. Oliver's gone. The handoff went extremely badly. That too. You go over the events at the fridge factory. Fancy Dan makes a variety of faces at various points in your story because Fancy Dan is a good listener. Oliver is carrying this with him. Dan skins the deed. States here that the ownership of the speakeasy is automatically transferred to whoever has physical possession of the deed. Is that legal? None of this is legal. Oh yeah, I guess you're my new boss, baby. Let's have one drink to mourn the old boss and another one to celebrate the new one. Good idea. I guess we ought to change the name since, well, Oliver's Place is no longer Oliver's Place. I guess that's right. Got any ideas? You could go with the traditional Skyla Hellhunt's place, or something hip like the Purple Door, or something incisive and avant-garde like, I don't know, Noblesse Oblige. I like the Purple Door, honestly. The Purple Door is good. It's just an example, but you're the boss, now to business. To business! We make the beer in-house, so that's safe, but we're out of everything else, and based on your story, I'd say the stuff at the factory isn't safe to use. Yeah. You can find booze or mixes or garnishes, bring it back here. Any idea where to get started with that? Nope, but you might check with Barnaby. Barnaby? Points to the milky-eyed saw at the end of the table by the wall. He doesn't see very well, but he's got a nose for news and 6 cents for booze. You know where you can find what you're looking for. Thanks. Okay, we've bought a speakeasy. I guess that's why this is the, like, companion area. Because we just own it. Barnaby. Buy him a drink. A few moments and he clears his throat. They'll try, but then it'll never damp up the flow. Buy him another drink. Distilled to his essence, a lake is just a valley abandoned. Okay, so he just gives vague tips about the spittoon has been placed at a really challenging height. Ask Dan about. I didn't see this before. Hey Dan, your spittoon is kind of inconvenient. Nah, baby, that spittoon is for spitting in. That's gone out of style now that mass-produced cigarettes are readily available. Anyway, No, that's a bona fide historical artifact. Wait, really? Yeah, it belonged to a famous adventurer from Frisco just before the turn of the century. Really, who? Well, nobody's exactly sure. A lot of people think it belonged to Muffler Flumperdink. It's a strong theory because if there's one thing we know about that cat, it's that he loved spittoons. But others say it belonged to a fellow by the last name of earn lion. And a whole lot of other people claim it belonged to a whole lot of other people. But there's one thing we need to know for sure about the spittoon. Whoever it was, they didn't use it for spitting into. They wore it as a hat. What? Ew, gross. Right? Sure got into weird stuff back then. Yeah, no kidding. It's a... Mumpler Flumperdick is, for those unaware, was Markiplier's character in West of Loathing. And in West of Loathing, there's this whole thing with, like, every spittoon you could go into. You could, like, search them, and it's really gross. And eventually you get to the point where you could wear one as a hat. And Mark got very, very, very into the spittoon thing. To the point, I guess, where the devs realized that and put in this the spittoon as an Easter egg rather to it. And so yeah. I wonder though, can I use this? Yep, it's a book. Door here open, it won't budge, must be barred shut from the other side. First aid kit is in. Oh, I don't have 5 hobo code knowledge. Alright. I guess I can't use this Eldritch Mist I have for beer ingredients. That's a shame. Murray's desk piled with books and you get a weird feeling about it for some reason. Investigate. Nestled among the books and papers is a book of old but still valid postage stamps. With a few missing, they're surrounded with a haze of weird shadowy energy, but you still clearly see the illustration of cute dogs on them. Wait, cute dogs? That's just like the stamp that survived your luggage fire. Oh dang, of course that stamp is what destroyed your luggage. All of your best stuff was in there, your clothes, your teddy bear. That tears it. This shadow business has become personal. I mean, it's personal already because of Murray being your uncle and all, but now it's extra personal. Grr. What's up? These stamps have shadow gunk on them, and one of them killed my luggage. Oh gosh, I guess that was my fault. I ran out of stamps and found those inside Murray's desk, and I didn't even think to test them, so sorry. It's not your fault, it's whatever's causing this damn shadow stuff. I'm definitely gonna put a stop to it, though. Wait, how many of these stamps have you used? Just the one, thankfully. The rest must have already been gone when Murray found them. Well, that's good news, at least. Horrible book of stamps is still there. Shelf of books. This wasn't here before, was it? No, the antique bookshelf man came by and Charles couldn't resist the deal. Wow, I can't believe I slept through the antique bookshelf man. All the books are in Latin, and never learned Latin. And could it... Sorry, I just completely phased out. So, who knows if it's the history of the Roman Empire we got there, or pornography. Could be both. You know any Latin? Oui. Ah, that's Latin for little, right? So you know little Latin. Check the books. Ooh. Select a random book from the Latin language section. Lorem appears to be about graphic design of the Roman Empire. Hard to imagine that knowledge becoming relevant to your quest, but hey, now, what's this? It's awesome! How'd that slip in there? Better take it. I can, History's worst honking, encyclopedia of annoying noises over the ages. Grants combat skill, sacks of violence. We read the stories of bad honks in the past to resolve to put some good honks into the future. To even things out a bit. You got a skill, sacks of violence. Somebody has stuffed a few pages of sheet music into the back of the book. It's written in a sloppy hand though, so you really have to concentrate if you want to learn anything from it. If you do, sacks of violence will increase. Right. Deals 1 physical damage to... Oh, that's good. So, as far as I'm now understanding, like, my class, Jazz Agent, pretty much is like overtime effects, which is interesting. Nobody need to call. It's uncursing machine, isn't it? What would you like to uncurse? The pocket watch. The machine sorts the pocket watch up into its dome and begins its strange and loud work. The pocket watch is pulled this way and that, and its ticks become its 3 hands are unmercifully bent back. You swear you hear screams, and then it's done. The watch falls into your lap. Its hand is now set to 10. That's what the actual time I'm recording this. Like 10:43 a.m. The watch's curse now resides within the machine. Won't project your consciousness into it. So, what does the Uncursed Pocket Watch? Now it's free of the taint of that shadow energy. It's just a boring regular watch. If you think about it, though, being on time for things is kind of like a magical power. Reduces the enemy's muscle and makes it. Oh, so it's kind of like the duck thing, but I think better. Yeah, let's go into the watch consciousness. In your mind's eye, you see the hands of a pocket watch spin back on themselves with jittery violence, with each revolution, the face of the watch itself expands until it's larger than you and the building in the street. Your whole world lives in the blur of the fast-running hands, in which you see life go by in reverse time. Submarines turn to long ships, cities to stone dwellings, cowboys to courtesans. You're traveling faster and faster to the beginning of time itself. There's no telling when this ride will end. Hold on tight. I'm a dinosaur. It's Charles Wallace. I'm not eating the cat. Open the door. Those two salad force? No, you lack the opposable sums necessary. I don't know anything about dexterity. I'm a dinosaur. Rar. One message. 200 dexterity. Check for messages. Eat Jessica. What strangeness afflicts thee? Never mind, for the sun treads words? Can you open these doors for me? I do not believe these doors to be locked. Well, what do I know? That will find. When did you start talking like this? Great. How do I get dexterity? Break it down. Slap your prehistoric tummy against the wood, but doesn't make it dead. Now, Gabby, what's gotten you horns around? But Gabby doesn't talk like that. Sure is, partner. Sure is. Hey, Gabby, I'm a dinosaur. Whoop-ba, beep-ba, and I'm a crooked draw on the way, sheriff. Can you open the door for me? I don't know. Never had a head for puzzles, Skylar Hell Hunt. This guy got really old funkified. Eat the phone. Attend thy temper. Eat Charles. Hey, easy does it, baby. We're all hungry. Please help him, dinosaur. Yeah, baby, yeah. Can you open the door? What's that, Greta Garble? I bit the cat. Radio turned to station. Knock the chair over. Gained a dexterity! Okay. To do open a door, eat cat. Talk to Gabby. Nope. Okay, so I need one more dexterity to do something. I can't sign anything. Eat the chessboard. Flip the table. Okay, so now I could go in. Oh wait, no, I can't sign. I can open the drawer and gain a dexterity. So we're up to 4. Pull out the drawers to gain dexterity. Okay. Six for that. Yes. A lot of power in that timepiece, a lot of power. Would you make a promise to me? Not to throw the power away. A lot of good can be done with that groovy power. Charles doesn't call me baby. Here, kitty cat. What do you say? Yeah, let's do it. Shake hands. Gain to dexterity. So we're up to 6, which isn't enough to sign my name. It was enough to read a book, which puts us up to 7. That puts us up to 8. Which allows us to add help to the chalkboard. Can eat the table. Oh wait, that put us at 9. I hope you're now in the sleep is more sweet for... great, I can't understand a single thing you're saying. We're up to 10, which means we can open the... Who are you? So we meet at last. With I looking the older man, though you are far older than I shall ever be. Never saw this room before. We are the Alpha and the Omega, you the beginning of time and I the end. Will you walk with me, dear friend, to watch the death of our world and the birth of another? Yes, my friend. Oh. Tick, 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 tick. The hands of the uncursed pocket watch beat on, but oats with the current born correctly at the future. You pull the pocket watch out and look at it. It's gained some luster. Ooh, that's pretty good. The curse is lifted. It's in its rightful home, and you no longer have a tail. I wish I had a tail. Me too, sometimes. Yeah, because the duck call is by 1. And the pocket watch is by 5 now. Calliope is still sleeping under top. It had quite a morning. Came from the 17th century cargo ship, the Must Flower. Alrighty then. Found the watch is complicated. I'm more surprised if you told me it was simple. Well, you know the drill. Snap it on, uncurse it. I already did. I mean, it's a pocket watch, so I didn't strap. Good, good. Get some sleep. You look like you've been through the ringer. I won't dispute that. Alright. Hey, Skylar Hellhunt, before you go to bed, I need you to approve a new tenant for the storefront next door. What? Why is it up to me? Somebody's got to do it. There's 3 applicants for the place. Okay, what are they? Is truncheons and bludgeons, weapons, jarwares, hardware, or la table enchante? Oh. Ooh. Kitchen hardware or could use a hardware store. Get it moved into the storefront and get the next storefront ready for applications. Thanks. Just the doll. No shows have still no shows have been invented. Barely keep your eyes open at this point. Go to sleep. Alright. Let's see. Oh no, my stuff's still on fire! A fitful dream. All of your favorite pants gone. It's Jeff, the kid who used to bully you in 3rd grade. Make amends. Hey Jeff, listen, I no hard feelings, okay? I understand in retrospect that you must have had problems at home, and I just want you to know that everything was okay now. Jeff swats the overdue library book out of your hand. Ah, I see, since this is just a dream version of you, you're still as much of a jerk as you were in 3rd grade. He suddenly punches you, knocking you out all of your teeth. Hey, if this was actually happening, I'd be really mad. You pick up your teeth and walk away. You got an item in your teeth. These are unmistakably your teeth. You can tell by the scar in the upper left second bicuspid. But your teeth are also still definitely in your gums where they belong. What a jerk. Bed in which your corporeal self is presumably still sleeping. The spooky nerd from the refrigerator factory. Who invited you to move past him? I need to get past you, I think. You do not belong here. In my own dream, I think I'm literally the only person in all of existence who does belong here. This dream is only partially yours. The central vicinity is under different ownership. Whose ownership? I think it should be obvious. I have claimed this region of your dream space for... myself. And are who you... Accountant General Terrence Poindexter. Decidedly not at your service. I would tip my hat to you, but you do not merit such a gesture. Fine by me. That hat is creepy and evil looking anyway. Poindexter's eyes narrow. He points that weird device he's holding at his hat. It starts to be being in a fast, irregular pattern. Do I take you to mean that this hat appears unusual to you in a visual sense? Well, yes. Putting it mildly, it's like an anti-hat. Poindexter arches an eyebrow. I must inform the president. You want to talk to the President Coolidge about your weird hat? You have misapprehended both subject and an object. It is a real president I must speak with, and the topic of conversation will be you. I see. Indeed, you see far too much. In fact, when next we meet, I will indeed have prepared a remedy for this complication. He steps off the edge of whatever you're standing on and plummets into the nothingness below. That this won't end well for him. Great! That's ominous. This bookshelf is not behaving the way bookshelves do when you're awake. Take a closer look. Ooh! Vibrations of the netherstone. Oh. The only way to interact with your inventory during a dream is if you had convinced Freddy to hold it for you at the exact same moment. I did that, though. I did. You don't even know Freddy. Doorway back into the waking world. Step through. Oh, are you Freddy? Hi. No. Alarmingly, a man in an expensive suit is standing at the foot of your bed. What the heck? Who are you? You may call me Don Toblerone. I represent a certain organization of, shall we say, like-minded criminals. Organized criminals like the mob? Wait, you're the Don of the local mob, the mob boss in my room personally? No, I'm not the Don. It's merely my nomenclature. It's an abbreviation for Donald. That's confusing. It's been a matter of some confusion, yes. I do have a sobriquet. I don't care for it very much. What is it? Don Thesaurus. I'm gonna hazard a guess they call it because you like long words. That's very astute of you. Of course, this astution comes as no surprise for me. My associators tell me you handled yourself very well during the conflagration at the refrigerator manufactorium. Handle myself well all the time. I'm here to propound for your considering a certain proposition. I'm here to make you an offer. Oh, can I refuse it? Certainly, though your refusal will be, shall we say, on the advisory. What's the offer? From time to time, my colleagues and I have a certain requirements, but lack the necessary manpower to achieve them. At such junctures, we make lucrative arrangements with certain capable individuals. We find ourselves at this moment at the juncture, and such as the junctures I have thus described. So you want me to do contract work for the mob? Exactly. Sure, why not? Like, well, let's work for the mob. An excellent decision, if I may articulate such. What happens now? Just as tight as they say, we will call upon you telephonically. Cut gives you a curt nod and leaves the room through the window. It takes him 3 or 4 tries to work the latch. Alrighty then. Great! That's concerning. Hey, Skylar Hellhunt. How do you sleep? Fine, until a mob guy crawled in my bedroom window. Yeah, that window was pretty lousy. Anyway, the next antique I need to find is a compass. The directions kind, not the circles kind. The Detectotron says it's near Crystal Dream Lake. I don't know where that is, but I bet it's too far to walk. Do you have a car I can borrow? No, but I have something even better than that. 2 cars? A bus pass. The stop out front is your gateway to a whole world of adventure. Swell, thanks. Unfortunately, where do I go when I get there? Unfortunately, I couldn't had a more specific reading than near the lake. Something about the place is making the instruments go all screwy. Here, take this map. A postcard. This is a postcard. It has a map of the lake on it. It has a postcard of the lake on it. Yeah, that's what a map is. A picture of a place. I guess I can't argue with that logic. Oh. Oh, cool. So there is other places. You can just go between them. Oh, let's go check the hardware store real quick. Blonde flapper cracks her chewing gum and gives you a sharky grin and a little wave. Talk to her. Hey there, kitty cat. You're Skylar Hellhunt Hamilton, right? That's me. Pleased to meet you. I'm Molly. Molly Buttons, they call me. Charmed. How do you know my name? The boss sent me to lend you a hand and to keep an eye on you, savvy? What? Hey now, I put in 2 weeks notice before I left. Poe keeps you fair and square. Huh? No, not that boss. Dora, the boss. The boss? You know. Glenn Silver short. The mob boss. Oh, the boss. I can't tell if you go to screw loose or if you just funning with me. I like to keep people guessing. You're supposed to partner up with me? That's the deal, McNeil. And what? That's 20-something. What's a 20-something girl like you working for the mob anyway? Hey now, I ain't just a pretty face. She pulls a Tommy gun with a full-size drum magazine from behind her back and gives a flip in the air and catches it with a mad glitter and eye. Holy jeez! But then they'll wait before someone sees it. Cripes, you have to whisper the boss, but you're fine with waving a machine gun around in public? So are we teaming up or what? Sure. I've always got room for a gun to cutie pie. Alright, flirt with me. Sorry, kitty, you're cute too, but I already got to Shiba upstate. Shucks. Well, welcome to the party anyway. Molly has joined you as a companion. Peachy, hey, you want? I could come with you right now. Cool my heels at the purple door. Wait for me there. Don't forget, it's rude to keep a girl waiting. Right. So we have a mobster chick at our disposal now. This must be the proprietor since he's standing behind the counter and all. Introduce yourself. Skylar Hellhunt, is this your score? That's right, I'm Bellamy Jardware, and welcome to Jardware's Hardware. Just wondering, did you open a hardware store just because of the rhyme? Yep, that's pretty much the entire reason. What's for sale? Ooh. Anarchist Hardware. Collection of pipes and fuses. Anarchy is pretty straightforward. Work gloves. Hot armor and cold armor. Like current. That's probably bad. I think that's bad. Oh. Anarchist hardware. Scary bomb. Eldritch mist. Deal 5 spooky damage to all enemies. Sure. Okay, I can't make anything. Work gloves, cause. Oh. Just +1 mysticality. I'll keep that on for now, but the work gloves are good. Alright. Well, I think that I'm gonna wrap this up here, because we've been going for almost an hour, and I think that's a good place. Next time we will go to Camp Crystal Lake. I mean, well, not that, Crystal Dream Lake. Yeah, we're not gonna go find Jason Voorhees. If it actually is that it turns out to be a freaking parody of like, what is it? Is it Friday the 13th? Is that one? I think so, yeah. Friday the 13th is Jason. Anyway, if that turns out to be what that is, I will say I called it. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode where we go and find this cursed compass. But yeah, I'll see you in the next. But yeah, so bye-bye now.